Howdy, everyone. How's it going? Ultimate Kahuna here. Alas, my co-host, who was supposed to be here tonight, there's some scheduling issues, so I may end up doing this on my own. No problem. All right, so what we are going to do is we're going to go to ironage.media. And we're going to select a prompt, and we're going to use that as our inspiration for a new short story. Here we go. So let's see. We got The Leap. We have The Venals. We have Emergence. We could always go back to October. Nothing wrong with that. Ooh, Upgrade. That sounds fun. I think perhaps we could work in with the Venals. It could work in my fantasy story that I like. So yeah, let's go. Let's get a better look at this bad boy. All right, so we got a mysterious, likely high altitude cloud situation, a lot of mist, very unclear where everybody is going. But it appears everybody is ascending and on different paths. I'm not sure what for, but I'm curious. All right, I think I could work with this. So that's not bad. All right, then. Present a different one. Here we go. We'll go to Google Docs. There we go. All right, that's just fine. Also, I got permission from Mr. Evele Music to use some of his music as background music during the stream. So first, I'm going to take a couple minutes here and come up with a suitable story, or at least my idea that I can get whilst looking at the Iron Age media prompt, The Venals. There are quite a few mountains in the story here, but I believe this would be best suited for my Fantasy Worlds version of America. It's not uninhabited, but is not conquered by the civilized world like so much of the modern world is in the story. And so my idea is that some of the cultures that exist there, the ancient cultures, I've created these ancient stairways going up into the mountains, either to escape or to see the sun, because there are portions of the continent that cannot see the sun because of all the volcanic action that they experience. All right, so what am I going to... I'll just call it The Venals for now. No, I don't like that. Let's see. We'll go with Ascension. Yeah. All right, let's see if this works here. All right, can anyone hear the music here? Check my audio. All right, that should be a bit better. Yeah, that'll work just fine. Yep, there we go. That'll work just fine. Set timer for 10 minutes.
And now, the stage on stage, the side stages. Welcome to the Iron Age. And now, in this new phase, the side is ours. Welcome to New Empire! Time to rise! Rewrite facts, rewrite truth, rewrite from their reflection. Let's walk to the truth as a menace to lie. Let's open the marathon seas! With their minds that lay wide, let them to the cliff. Let them from the ground. So begin the Iron Age. Rebirth with parallel strikes. Bring the sword reading, but it's going to navigate. Now is the time.
Hey, Maji, how's it going?
Hey.
Sorry, I was in the middle of it real quick, so I'll just pause this real quick. There we go. Seeing as I haven't done this before, I have no idea whether anyone watching may be able to hear or not hear the music I was playing.
I heard it, but I'm on Streamlabs with you, so I don't know.
Oh, sweet. It sounds like they could hear. I'm just gonna double check though.
Was that Ev?
Yeah, that was his song that he wrote for the Iron Age a good while back ago. It's called Storm. It came out last year. So yeah, he was on that like right away. May play the song he wrote for me a little bit later. If it's too distracting, I could always just play something else though too. All right, so I seeing as I didn't see your message or anything, so I just figured, yeah, I'll just start. If she gets here, she gets here. So, I was, but seeing as you're here now, we could go back to the Iron Age media and see if there's something that would prompt that would suit you for writing a story. What do you think?
I don't know why, but I like Venerals.
You like the Venerals? I didn't read it. Venals. There we go. No R in there.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Can you hear me okay? I don't know if my mic was too far away.
I'm fine. I hear you just fine. I'm pretty sure.
I think I needed some sort of pop filter for this thing. It's not the sound isn't coming out quite as well as I would like.
Yeah, that's my goal, is to get one of those little foam filters for my Yeti.
Nothing wrong with the Yeti. I like the SM58. As soon as Royce told me that was basically indestructible, I knew it was essential that I buy this mic, seeing as I've already dropped it like 7 or 8 times.
Well, work had the Yeti, not the other one, so.
Oh, okay, that works. Okay, so so when you look at the image prompt for the Venals, what does it make you think of? I could present it too. Let's see.
It almost looks like a path to the eternities.
Yeah, no, it's a path of ascension, in my opinion. It looks like it'd be very precarious to go up or down, seeing as there's no handrails or anything. So in my world, I figured it would be a perfect like construction of the kind of the local race in my fantasy world's version of America, and so that's what I figured I would start with. It'd be like a path that was created by them, but that my characters are using to escape them, because
you know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you've ever watched a lot of Chinese movies, but it kind of reminds me like a Chinese Ascension.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I get those vibes, and something about the way the clouds kind of look too. It reminds me of some of the Asiatic scenes I've seen in movies and or books. But do you have an idea for a story based off of that?
I'm developing one.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
just thinking.
yeah. So, like while you're thinking about it, I'll just share what I have so far. At some point in the story, my characters are going to be shipwrecked, basically, on this new continent, this previously undiscovered continent, at least it hasn't been discovered by the modernized kind of powers of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And while it's not advanced in that culturally and with technology or magical technique, the magic on this continent was never hindered and never restrained and never tamed in the same way that it was in the rest of my world. So the people, anyone who lives there is going to live very, very differently. They're not going to be able to understand each other. A lot of them are going to be, there'll be certain groups that are cannibals and others that are a bit more benevolent, but alas, they will all feel very alien compared to the cultures and characters that my characters have encountered up to this point.
Gotcha.
And just for the sake of there you go. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I appreciate it. Oh, sweet guys. I'm glad. Yeah, so they could hear the music. Thank you guys. But yeah,
Hi,
no, that
Richards.
yeah, the all the Pritchards, they are all here. They have joined us in the chat. Very nice. But let's see. Yeah, so my idea is that they're going to be using these native constructions to flee some of the aggressive natives as a means to be basically they haven't found a more reasonable way to escape, and this is all they have, unfortunately. So I'll be writing a scene. I think of some characters that may not survive the encounter, and that's what I have so far. What about you?
Um,
Oh yeah,
plotting.
got my bookshelf put together, and now, oh shit, it's heavy. It rolls.
Nice.
Got all my Iron Age books on this side, and then a few extra Bond Dissonés down below. Flip it around. I got a bunch of comics and bigger books and manga that I still possess. And this is by no means all my collection, but this is the kind of more display-like kind of thing that I have. So figured I'd
So
have this in the background.
I totally forgot I supported Ravenloft's campaign that's on Fund My Comics. And
Oh yeah,
yesterday I
yeah,
got home from work to this big old box. I opened it up, and because I ordered his first and his second book plus his new one, like his
yeah.
omnibus. Oh my gosh, they're big. I haven't even started to get into them because I was just so taken back by how much art and stuff is in them. And he not only wrote it, but he did the art himself. So it's just kind of cool to see.
Oh yeah, no, it's impressive. And I like on voice chat the other day, a couple of us were talking. Hey, there, Herman Jesus. Don't read the chat. But yeah, no, I got the books by B.A. Turner the other day, and they feel like a comic book. They're very glossy, high, like kind of larger kind of book.
Oh, kind of like Anvil.
A little bit, but then it's just like a regular book on the end. Well, let me see if I can hold this.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my Turner book.
But the art that he has, it looks so good, dude. And I got a bunch of extras with it, and I don't know if I got the mini comic or not, which would be a shame because I really like the art style. But all right, so if you have an idea for what you'd like to start with the with your writing, we can do a little sprint, or if you still need a little more time, we can just shoot the shit a little bit longer. It's up to you.
Oh no, I'm ready to get going.
Alrighty then. I will select a new song. I think maybe some wordless, so we'll go with Phantoms by Evelay, just because that's who I decided to pick tonight. And I'll set a timer for 10 minutes. So you reset timer for 10 minutes.
All right. And away we go. All right. There we go. Alrighty then. Alright, so how'd you fare, Maji?
One sec, I'm finishing up this thought real quick. How'd you do?
Alright. Let me check. I did okay. I was having trouble deciding exactly how many characters to have here, but turn on tools, word count, display. All right, I'm not very far. You got like 176 words, but it's shaping up, starting to establish where we're at, and having some slightly explanatory dialogue. But yeah, no, it's going just fine. Block that real quick. Well, hello, Julie and Nally. Oh, you're from Big Bear Lake, Canada. Sure, why not? It's a state with over 3 million lakes, many of them unnamed. It doesn't surprise me. What's up, everyone? Anyone who's still around? This is a nice little test stream, trying to figure out how all this streaming stuff kind of works. Anyway, oh, you're still. I think I hear you typing. No, you're fine. You're fine. It sounds funny. It doesn't sound like typing. It sounds like someone like just lightly drumming their fingers on the table. There we go. All right, so how'd you do for word count, and just how's your start feeling overall? Oh, wait, you turned off your mic. You might have not heard me. No, that's just fine. Let's see. Yeah, so I got the bookshelf built, got the wheels on it. Looks like what I might need to do next is build some sort of display for all the art that I have here.
Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, okay, I'm good. We're good.
All right, sweet. So how'd you do
I was in the zone.
No, yeah, no, let it go. Let it go off. If you're really there, I'm not going to stop you.
No, you're good. I only have 200 words done.
Wow, good for you. You did a lot better than me. Yeah, I got like 176 or some shit, but yeah, no. How you feeling about the start so far?
I like it.
Do you have a pretty good idea where it's going already, or are you kind of just like writing and seeing where the story takes you?
So I'm probably gonna get rid of this first part, but
yeah, don't usually wait till the end to do that. If you're comfortable at the end, we can read each other's story, like a portion of each other's work, and see how we did, and offer any ideas or critiques, and see how. Yeah, that's kind of my idea for how this would go. I've watched a couple of writing streams, but I always wonder about them because I watch them and I think they're interesting, but I know that with a writing stream, it's like moments of good conversation like this, followed by moments of either silence or music and the sounds of fingers slapping away at a keyboard. I'm like, I don't know if writing streams are the best idea, but I don't know, it's kind of fun, and might be able to get some good conversation out of it. Alas, yeah, no, mine's starting to do better. I was getting stuck in a couple of spots. I keep on doing that. I keep on having that thing where I want to stop and like fix everything as I go.
Well, like I said, I'm probably not going to keep the first part, but this is what I have so far.
All right, yeah.
How did I get here? Am I lost? Where am I going? I actually put in the stutter. Shaky Zion steps again, fearing and trembling along the narrow path as he takes the trail forward. His mind races as he collects his thoughts. The last memory that came into Zion's mind was he lifted his air tank onto his back, securing it as he ran into the raging inferno. But now there was no flames. There was no intense heat. His pack was gone, his uniform gone, and no more cries for help, just an eerie fog and a calming peace as he ascended another stair. Normally steep stairs had a guide, but not this time. He can make out where the path seems to divert from the platform ahead, but Zion does not feel. And then that's where I left off.
Nice. No, Zion. That's a great name. Also, I always appreciated that name, but it always like reason I don't usually I've never used it is because it always has like kind of too many connections with like real life and religion and things of that nature.
Hey, Herman. It sounds like your therapy session. Sorry.
All right, but it's the hedge, so I think we need a good old put the glasses on. All right, the hedge is in the house, and you know what he would say. By the book.
By the book. I did skip the first line. Like I said, I'm debating whether or not to get rid of the first line and just start where I read off.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll tell you what I have so far, and you can tell me what you think. I may just get rid of the first part too. I feel like when you're first starting off with something, you kind of the first part may just be establishing yourself mentally in the story, even though it may not be useful for the reader. Anyway, this is what I got. They fled before the whites, knowing if they were caught, that they would be eaten. Their fallen dead had already been consumed. In civilization, mankind and his peer races were among the most dangerous beings to be regularly encountered. But here, in this place, they were the bottom of the food chain. We cannot escape this way. We don't even know where it goes, for our father's sake, Elhan said. Dreskel ignored the question and continued to lead the group up the endless steps. We should have stayed with the captain and the crew. Dreskel remembered the image of the natives impaling his brother from his rectum and out his chest just above the collarbone. And he added a line there. His scream was agony, and then haunting when they placed him above the fire. Elhan, we were lost in those sickening mists down below, and they are picking us all off one at a time, he said while stopping to catch his breath. At least this way we may find a vantage point with which to find our heading. And then I stopped on a misspelled word. But yeah, no, I kind of like the idea of your character kind of like talking to himself and like this self kind of contemplation. It sounds like a solo journey that your character's on.
No, I like yours too. It's weird how we could get two very different ideas from staring at the same picture.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And is yours a fantasy story? Or no, it's not. It's not. I heard air tank, so no, that's not a fantasy story.
I don't know what it is. I'm just going with what I'm picturing.
I just feel it, man, you know? Yeah.
Well, no, that's how my imagination works.
Not knocking it, man. It's what I sometimes it depends on, like, for me, I may be restricting myself by attaching it to a story I've already kind of envisioned. But it's also a good exercise. Again, helps me imagine the world a little bit. Like the part of the continent that they're on is volcanic. So down below, there's a lot of natural kind of hot springs and a lot of mist. And the mist is obviously very hard to navigate unless you're used to it. And so they've been getting picked off down there. And then one of them discovers these stairs leading up and up and up. And they're hoping they can escape the mist and have a vantage point to us. Figure out exactly where they are before they get, numb.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I tend to go where my imagination takes me, I kind of ended up stuck in my real books. I would be surprised.
Oh, that's great.
I need to get with somebody because, I wrote a book to advance for my skill level.
Well, it's an ambitious story for sure, and I'm sure we'll be able to get it there. You'll get it, kind of figure out the structure a little bit better, and you can figure out how to emphasize each thing in each scene in the best way possible, use proper language and consistency, do some dialogue fixes, and make things flow a little bit better. It's all part of the process. You can ask anyone. Yeah, anyone in our group. The book came out perfect the first time. Never had to rewrite.
Ugh. I think this will be third revision. But I might
Oh.
just completely start from scratch, though. We'll see.
I don't know if that's necessary, but yeah, it really just depends. When people say drafts, that doesn't mean that they rewrite the whole thing necessarily. It just means that they'll like cut out whole portions and rewrite portions, and yeah. But some people. I was taught in school that you generally are supposed to start off from scratch, and they're like, "Yeah, we expect you guys to have 4 drafts of this shit," and I'm like, "Nope, I'm a bad student."
Well, when it's your actual see, that's the problem. People like the story, but the structure is what's damaged. That's the problem.
It's hard to get it to flow. Yeah, no, I could see that. Oh, I saw you. Sorry, I just saw that you message earlier, and I was in the middle of writing.
You're good.
But no, I'm liking how this is going so far, and small spoiler alert here. I don't think the crew's gonna make it. Oh shit. Okay, so you ready for another maybe 10-minute go here in a second?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Siri, set timer for 10 minutes and 30 seconds. I think I'll play
10 minutes and 30 seconds. Counting down.
I think I'll play and show my the song that Evele made for me real quick. Let's see. Not invite, share screen. Okay, yeah, don't share this. Don't ask me to do that again. All right, let's see. There we go. All right, there we go. This music's jamming, man. I'm down with it.
Hey, Swift. How are you?
Oh, Sword Rush?
Yeah.
No way, man.
We're
What's up?
actually waiting on the Iron Age Venals.
Yeah, no, it's going okay. I got stuck a couple of times here trying to make some decisions and trying to find the right word. And I'm terrible at doing a zero draft. Especially, it feels weird on stream too. But alas, get back to it. Almost done. Are you still in the groove there, Maji, or are you at a good stopping spot?
I'm in a good spot.
Oh, nice, Sword Rush. I haven't checked the IAM website yet. What was Richard looking for the Anvil number 4 story submissions? Well, how'd you do, Maji? I slowed way down. I got to get out of the whole like perfectionist kind of mindset. It's harder on stream for some reason when I'm just writing on my own. But here I'm like presenting it, and it makes it harder for some reason. But how do you feel about what you wrote?
I need to go back and change a few things, but
Yeah, I've got like 264 words. Not a lot, but it's getting somewhere.
this is gonna be a short story.
Yeah. Mine is going to be short, but I did finally name a piece of magic that I have in my story, so that's something.
I'm at 277.
So fast. So fast.
No.
Okay, yeah. So no like theme or anything. All
Oh
right,
no, I have one.
Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm talking to Sword Rush again.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. I guess I can't send in my hentai script again. My bad.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't write that for anyone but myself. Anyway. So if you had to guess like what the end word count on this story would be, what would you do you have like a goal, or have you even considered it?
No, it might not even be that. It just depends on where I feel like it ends. I'm not a screaming goat. I'm sorry.
No. That's just my reaction. I'm kidding. Oh man, there's so much. There's so much I still need to do in here. The walls look in the office look so bad, man. Oh geez, Sword Rush. No. Calm down. Calm down. Actually, thinking about Sword Rush and I, we reviewed and read some of each other's stories and offered critiques a while back. It's been a while, but he gave me some good advice, like basically, and it reminds me it's probably something I should do in this story as well, and that is add sensory information and kind of what the characters are sensing, whether what they're seeing, feeling, smelling, things of that nature, hearing. But yeah, no, it's going well so far. And I finally figured out what to call my what to call a piece of magic that these people use, and is not wholly uncommon in this world. And that is echo shell. Basically, it's a type of sea creature, and it's kind of like a clam or a mollusk kind of thing. And if you separate the shell, each half of the shell acts as a one-way, it's almost like a radio. You can hear without, except you can't turn it off. You can hear what the other half of the shell, anything that's happening around the other half of the shell. And so it's used as without any limits as far as distance. Kind of like I like the idea of like putting a shell to your and you can hear the ocean. Well, with this, you can hear just the other half of the shell. And so it's called an echo shell, and that's what they call it anyway. So
Nice.
finally figured that out. And also, all these names that I'm giving these guys, these aren't the real names. I just don't want to take the time on stream to do the research I need to figure out the names. I'm just saying names that sound cool, and I'll adjust them later. Because most of my characters, their name is a combination of like old ancient Mayan names and old Celtic kind of names as well. There you go. Yeah, Bob, Joe, and Steve and Sword Rush. That's what those are their names. But yeah, no. What about you? You have a pretty good idea where you're going next. Oh yeah, is your character by himself? That was a little unclear to me.
Actually, yeah. Just an eerie fog and calming peace as he ascended another stair. Normally, steep stairs had a guide, but not this time. The firefighter could make out where the path seemed to divert on the platform ahead. Zion started to veer off to the side when he heard a faint giggle. Looking around, he noticed a small child covered in ash and cinders standing on the step leading up. Not that way. Can't you hear them singing? They're up ahead. The small child voice was almost a whisper. I can't hear anything, nor see in this fog. Wait, do you know where we are? You came to help me. Now I get to help you. Come, we could go together. The child takes Zion's hand, pulling him away from the side path and back up towards the stairs. Help you? Confused, Zion looked around as the child playfully skipped up the stairs. The step, not stairs.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I maybe it's because I'm writing basically a horror story. I'm like, the idea of a child being there is horrifying to me, but it's probably in your world it may be completely fine. All right, sweet. I'll read a little bit of what I wrote, and then we'll hop back to it. But we're still lost. We've escaped the blasted heat. If it gets much colder up here, we'll have to turn back, or surrender ourselves to die on this accursed mountain. Elhen yelled back. Driscoll stared him down, jaw clenched. How can a man built like a living oak possess a spine of glass? Drummond, the third in their party, opened his pouch and pulled out his echo shell. Such a beautiful piece of natural magic, untainted by the wicked designs of man or sorcerer. Ooh, I think I know how I might change that. All right, sweet. We'll do another 10-minute sprint here, unless someone else has a question, and we'll hop to it. All right, there we go. All right, stop. Siri, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Counting down.
Wait.
Siri's doing the real work around here.
Counting down. Starting now.
Alrighty then. Our 10 minutes is up. Back to the conversation, Maji.
There we go. Yo, what's up? Hey there, Sybil. Nice to see you, man. Oh, hey, he believes in us. That's nice.
Yo! Sybil!
Man, I should. If he wasn't busy, I'd probably have him hop in here. He's a great writer. Actually, no, I don't want to embarrass you or me, so maybe not.
At least it's not teasable. Sorry, Sybil.
or what I used to say. Oh, hey guys, it's TSBOL. Look, it's him again. No. It's like he and Tenkage have known each other for a long time, and I said both of their names wrong whenever I said it out loud. It's like, oh, hey, it's Tenkage. I'm like, that's a cool name. It's like, actually, it's like Tenkage, kind of like from Naruto. I'm like, oh, why not? So how'd you do?
447 words.
Damn. I'm at about 354. I had a couple spots where I got stuck and where I was fixing stuff. Still, I need to figure out how to write. Like his dialogue has him shivering a little bit because they're starting to get cold. But yeah, no, I was really starting to sink into the story right before the timer went off. I'm trying to keep our little sprints short just for the sake of anyone who's kind enough to still be watching. Alas, how did it come out? Pretty good?
Yeah. I think so.
Nice.
Like I said, this isn't going to be a very long story.
No, me too. It's a short story, but I always feel like I need to rush everything, and I don't. I'm trying to add in some more like kind of sensory information and kind of the feeling of the characters too. There's no reason, like, it's short, but there's no need to rush it, you know? You gotta feel like you're there with the characters. You gotta be immersed. I think I figured out the light and the darkness too of this story, because in order, especially if you want your story to be a tragedy like I want mine to be, you need to have if it's all dark, there's nothing, it won't suck anybody in, but you need some good characters with a single ray of hope. And then you need to by God, creature, or the world, take that hope away from them at the end of the story and leave no justice done. And I think I found a way to do that. Alas. So what did I add here? I added Driscoll was of a mind to dispense any hope the trio held in reaching anyone with an unresponsive echo shell, but he held himself in check. A cold mist clung to his skin and sank its piercing teeth through his flesh and deep into his bones. He shivered. Driscoll and Elhan watched Dremon lift the shell in shivering hands to his mouth. This is crewman Dremon, primary operator of strong side propulsion, he said, trying to keep his teeth from chattering. Is anyone there? They waited with bated breath. That's all I added. What do you have, Miss Maji?
It's still really rough. I gotta go back and change all that. But, okay, so confused Zion looked to the child as she playfully skipped along up the stair. Careful, you might slip and fall. We already fell. You were carrying me. She smiled sweetly as she turned and faced him. Zion's memory flooded back and jolted like a lightning bolt through his core. He felt his body convulse as the mist broke and his memories came into view. He remembered the child in his arms as the flames engulfed around him, the sound of cracking boards, and then the sudden drop. Just as his body hit the floor, in his vision, Zion's body jolted forward once more. He felt like he was being struck by lightning as the sun rose from behind the clouds. The brilliant light sparkled of a castle made of clouds, and the music grew louder from ahead, not behind. Ooh, I gotta change that. The air itself felt of love and joy. The cindered child giggled once more as she suddenly glowed with a bright light. The ash and cinder disappeared as her smile came more sincere. Zion felt another zap of lightning through his body as he looked at the child. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. But you did. I wasn't alone.
Nice, nice. Zion has a bit of guilt. Sounds like he may be hallucinating a little bit. But no, I like it so far. I like you're using lightning. It's a kind of chart. Yeah, I like the use of language to convey powerful emotions, like using elemental language specifically. Like his rage was a typhoon upon his soul. But I'm dramatic too, so that makes a lot of sense. It's like, oh, you ever read a really, really good book and you sit there thinking, I don't know if I could ever write something this good, even with revision. I don't know if I ever could. I've been reading the Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumont, I think is his name.
Oh, I love that book.
That book, like, I love the movie, and the movie is still one of my favorite movies, but the book is very, very different. And it's so freaking good, dude. It's like I occasionally try to do that thing where I take a line from a book I'm reading and I do a little line of the day post about it on Gilded and or Twitter. And I'm fighting like a man with a mission to not do one of those every single day I read or listen to that book. Anyway, I wasn't considered enough to ask you how long you wanted to go, because right now it's like 8:20. It's not late, but yeah, we could go for maybe one or two more sprints and then see how we did at the end.
No, unfortunately, I gotta work at 4. Well, I have to leave at 4 in the morning for work at 5 in the morning. But it's probably, I was thinking about bailing out in about 10 minutes.
That's disgusting.
4 in the morning?
well-
Fuck that, dude.
Well, it's Black Friday week.
Yeah. Y'all. I won't spoil where you work, but guys,
Rumor has it she works at a store. Dun dun dun.
Unfortunately, but
Yep.
it's
I do construction. No Black Friday deals to be found here. You're lucky if we show up.
You're lucky you're not rained out.
Oh, rain doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't stop anything. Like, very few weather conditions genuinely stop us from working. Like, the most it'll usually do is delay us a little bit. All right, so if you want to bail out, you can. If you're up for one more sprint, we could give it a go, and then yeah, it's up to you. What do you think?
We could give it one more go, but yeah, after that, I should probably be an adult, or I'm gonna hate work.
Well, you're gonna hate it anyway. No, I'm kidding.
I know. No, yeah, there's some truth to that.
Some truth. All right, so one last question before we start again. Should I play with cheats, or should I play on the legendary difficulty mode?
What do you mean?
Oh, just asking the difficulty I should set for myself on this next writing portion.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with legendary difficulty. I'm gonna put on these glasses and see these goggles and see if I could write wearing these ridiculous goggles and see how that goes. Actually, these aren't the hardest ones. They're actually pretty comfortable and they make things brighter. How about this? There we go. I'll go with the old 1980s and 90s Randy Savage.
Let me tell you something. Come here real close.
Alrighty then. One last sprint and then we'll call it a night. Yo, Sybil, what's up, man? Oh, is it? Oh, no, he's not here. Oh, he's not here anymore. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Siri set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Counting down.
Counting down now.
Beep boop.
Alrighty then. What you got?
Yo!
Yo.
I think it needs a little cleanup, but I think I'm done.
Oh, nice. That's a like flash fiction. That's good. Yeah, no, I'm at about 433 words right now. I do know what the next sentence will say, but I'll just keep that in my back pocket for now. Anyway, what did you end?
537.
Damn. Good job. You're writing a lot faster than me tonight.
Well, no, I was, yeah, like I said, I haven't done any of the cleanup.
That's true. And I am trying to clean it up a little bit as I go through, but I still see all the I need to figure out how to have consistent undertone kind of language, like kind of narration, and still give each character distinct kind of voices so they don't sound the same. It's hard thing to do actually, but that was one thing about your book. All your characters did sound like themselves, which is not an easy thing to achieve. Anyway, you want to read your last portion before you hit the hay, or
Sure.
All right.
Okay, so here I'll just go where I left off. But you did. I wasn't alone. The small child smiled as she turned her head back, looking. I forgot to change that. Looking towards the top of the path. You could come with me, but others need your help. Zion, still holding the girl's hand, felt the pulse through his body as he unintentionally squeezed hard. Love is how you get back here, she giggled once more. Zion closed his eyes and gasped awake, the siren screaming in the background as he felt the pain of being fastened to a stretcher shoot through his body. His blurred vision could make out his fellow firefighters as they frantically moved about the ambulance interior.
Nice. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt in case you were just taking a breath for a second.
No, I think I'm gonna end there. I suck at ending.
No, nothing. No, endings are hard, man. And like ask Stephen King, he's never ended a story properly, almost ever. Actually, I can't think of almost any satisfactory endings that he's ever produced.
Well, with this one though, I want you to think about it and how would you go on after that? Or not you, but the character, you know?
Maybe like a final thought. Like, what would be a final thought?
I
that would
don't
have
know. Like I
after
said,
all
I'm
this?
terrible at endings. When you finish my book, you'll see.
And then they all clapped.
No.
Oh, and then Reese went up to Bob while he was working in the forge and said, "I'm putting together a team
No.
of talented individuals."
You haven't finished reading it.
Oh crap! Am I right?
No.
Okay,
I
I
am
was gonna
not
say, it's
going
like,
Avengers style.
or apparently like the Marvel style. Holy shit!
I'm not doing the Marvel style either. Actually, that's why I'm stuck on trying to how to fix my book, is because it sounds very movie Flashpoint right now.
Nothing wrong with that. Like a lot of people, there's a portion of the people writing in our kind of community who they haven't read as many books. They've watched a lot of movies and a lot of TV and a lot of like anime and cartoons and such. And people who don't read as much write very differently. It can be very fresh, but it is very different.
I don't
And
read
yeah,
very often. I'm one of those people.
I know. I could tell by the way you wrote actually from the very first scene. I'm like, Maji watches a lot of movies, but no, I don't think she reads as much as she watches.
No, I don't. Actually, since the Iron Age movement, I think I've read more in the last year and a half than I have my entire freaking lifetime.
Hell yeah. No, I got a couple books I need to finish up here still. Because they've been down at the office, I haven't been reading them. I got The Black Saint by Timo apparently. Mortal Descent by AC. What up, AC? And yeah,
I
I'm
think
running
he
out of.
left.
I think you did. I'm running out of bookmarks though. It's too bad. But yeah, no, and I'm very close to being done with the first G Sedai by Daniel P. Riley.
I have his Ageless Heroes.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I haven't read that one yet. I recently got the Kindle app so I could read some of the books people were sending me, like ebooks. Because trying to read an ebook without an app for it is the embodiment of hell for me, personally. Because like it doesn't save your progress. You have to go back and find where you were every time, and it sucks the life out of the whole experience. But
Yeah, that was the one issue I had when I was going over Wrangler's book for his beta. I had to find
Yeah.
it every time, so I'm like, forget it, I'll start a chapter behind. Just come forward.
It's like, F it, whatever, we'll figure it out.
I'll listen to this again and see if there's any errors.
yeah. No, that the fact that you can listen to it may seem that's smart. That's smart.
Well, it kind of cheated. What I did was I made the word program read it back to me. So it was very Siri voice, but at the same time, it allowed me to follow along and listen for any problems.
And then he vanquished his enemies.
Well, what's funny is, okay, so Wrangler's main city in the later half of his book is called Freck. It kept saying
Freck.
frequency because Freck is the short abbreviation for
Oh,
frequency.
frick.
And so every
That's
time
so
it read
funny,
frequency, I'm like, wait a second, what?
Hey, we got to do this right. Welcome to Frequency City. I need a little more echo.
Welcome to Frequency City.
Oh, dude, whoever recommended actually that you can blame Royce for that. He's the one who recommended I get this monocaster kind of sound system. I love this thing. I just need to figure out how everything works. I want to up my audio quality. I think if I don't know, like, there's so many settings on here, and I need to learn how to add like all the notifications and all that nonsense. But all right, I'll quickly read the last portion I wrote here, and then we can call it a night. Let's see, bounce that back too far. Here and
Make sure I get my laundry in the wash before I go to bed, or I'm gonna be hosed.
Oh crap! I put my laundry in this morning, and I haven't put it in the dryer yet. Shit.
You might want to rerun that.
Yeah, just a quick one. All right. Is anyone there? They waited with bated breath. Silence would have found itself unopposed if not for the bone-chilling wind. Sigh. Anyway. Do not despair, Draymond. The supplies were a mess, as was the crew. They will find the other end of the echo shell, Dresco said, putting on his best smile. So what if they find it? It won't do us much good now, would it? Elhan retorted. I could kill him. Quiet. Your fear-mongering has never helped anyone, and it won't now either, Dreskel said. Besides. And plot twist. I'm not going to tell anyone else what happens next. Sorry, Head. All right, that's all I got, but let me
Well,
There
we
go.
both know I'm an amateur. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
So
I have
am
no
I.
idea how I got into this, so I don't know how to end shit.
No, you're doing just fine. All right, you want me to sign you out real quick? Send you off?
Please.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
wait.
pass out.
Well, we're
Hmm.
on the live stream, and no one's not too many. Maybe one person's one. Who knows? But so anything you want to show before you hop off? Why not? Any good Iron Age books you've received or ordered recently? Any comics that have caught your eye? Music or magazines, whatever's going on.
I'm reading Herman's book. Buy his book.
Which one? I got them all right here. We got The Wizard's Stone, a great coming of
right
age
now-
story.
Right now, I'm doing
The
Revenant
and
and
the
Tomb.
Tomb. This to this day still may be my favorite. Like maybe my favorite book in the Iron Age. It's up there anyway. It's in the top 3 for sure.
Well,
I
I
adore
was
this
told
book.
to read it because of my issues with my book. I might get ideas on how to fix it.
Yeah. No, not Wrangler. Hedge has a really good. He has a really good prose. He like all his paragraphs, all the sentences. It's not overly flowery, but it's descriptive enough. He knows how to pace his writing really well as well. I was reading it, just getting irritated. I'm like, darn it, it's so freaking good, dude. This is better than any like mainstream fantasy I've read in a hot minute. At least that hasn't been a reread. Anyway, so yeah, we can show Herman's book. We got The Revenant and the Tomb.
And then I'm still reading Black Knight's second book.
Twin Sons Over Corolla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that one. I do want to do some video reviews here soon, and I think I finally figured out how to get the editing software here on my PC, the one that I want. So once I figure out the first several books I'll be reviewing for the channel in official review form will be Black Knight's first three books. Because I kept on videotaping it, and it wasn't coming out very well. The video it was not representative of how I felt, and the editing couldn't save it either, so I just kept on botching it and finally gave up. But alas, I will film it, and it will be, hopefully anyway, decent. And so, yeah, if I'm going to shill anything, I think I'm going to shill B.A. Turner's Vigilante's Creed. His second book just came out, Mortal Defiance. It has Incubus, the Cthulhu government agent with a mechanical arm on there, and he has a gargoyle. I haven't read it yet, but holy smokes, just look at that art. It's beautiful, man. And every piece of art attached to this project is really good. And plus, gargoyles have been underutilized in written fantasy for a long time. Pretty much ever since the 90s gargoyle show ceased. Yeah, I felt like there's been kind of a gap left ever since that happened. But alas, B.A. Turner, Vigilante's Creed. Buy it.
One I'm looking forward to is Hojo's Mythicals 2. The first one was actually really good.
Yeah,
I had
know.
one
I read it
complaint about
recently.
it and said it just needed one more panel, but Hojo just couldn't fit it.
I agree. I do have a couple of things with it. I need to treat it not as that's the thing about I don't like issue comics. I don't like the format of an issue comic. Do you know what I mean? I prefer I prefer having like the graphic novel or like the half-size graphic novel kind of comic, just because a
Where
single
you could
issue
pick
is
it
a
up and then put
very
it down and then pick up a random one and not have to go in order.
I don't like being left on a cliffhanger. Or like what it leads to is it leads to people trying to do too many things in the first issue and not giving enough attention to certain things. And I've
Mhm.
seen that a lot in mainstream comics as well as Iron Age comics. It's a frequent problem. Some have kind of gone past that problem either by having a higher word count, because that's the advantage we kind of have here in the Iron Age and in indie or Comicsgate, whatever you want to call it, is we're not restricted by the same kind of rules and presets that you may have seen in other comics or other industries. We're allowed to kind of break the rules a little bit, kind of like Netflix started having shows where the episodes could be any length that they wanted. That it wasn't a set thing. It's kind of cool. People are able to do that now. But alas, I've taken too much of your time, Maji. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream kind of writing session.
You're
Hopefully
fine.
got our creative juices going a little bit. Hopefully kick me in the pants and help me get back into the habit of writing. Maybe if I have to write in front of people, I'll start writing more often. But alas, Maji, Princess of the Iron Age, writer of a tremendous book that is in the editing process as we speak.
Hey, animation overlord. Load. Sorry.
You want to say animation overlord, don't you?
Well, I watch DVD Overlord a lot, so.
Oh yeah. I've seen that show. It's a good
Sorry,
show.
animation overload. I didn't. Well, Overlord sounds cool too, but
No,
hey,
they're
animation.
both good. I know what to do.
Welcoming to the stage, Animation Overload.
There we go.
All right, I am gonna bail. Have fun.
Peace
Hi,
out, Maji.
whoever's
Thanks for
watching.
writing. I appreciate your company.
See ya.
There we go. All right, she's finally gone. No, I'm kidding. How you doing, animation? Having a good time, man? Anyone who's still here, I'm open to chat for a little bit before ending the stream. So yeah, any questions, any How's everybody doing? No, it's all good. Been working on anything new recently, animation? Let's see here. Yeah, that's something about my story too that's kind of different is the most of the characters are not do not look ethnically Caucasian. And but this land that they've somewhat crash landed in or trying to escape. They are the natives here are Caucasian in appearance, at least for the most part. And they how do I explain this? And there's a bit of a play on words. I'm calling them their running kind of working name right now is the Whites, and it's the HWAIGHTS, the Whites, and that's what they're being called for right now. Might change it later, but it made me chuckle, and I haven't had a good reason to change it. Yeah, yeah, man, I'm doing just fine. Tried to get some work done today. I did get some work done, and I was able to set up my bookshelf. It took a lot longer than I wanted it to, frankly, but now it has wheels. I can roll this bitch or roll this thing around. Got all my books, Iron Age and otherwise. See if I can spin this puppy around. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh yeah, I got some art here too. So, well, let's see. Just written a bit before bed. Oh, nice, nice. And your name is Animation Overload, so I assume you're pleased with your level of artistic competency, at least enough to start drawing your own comic. Do you have the script for it already? Also, got all this art I need to do. This is an original that I got off of the first campaign for Hojo and the Mythicals. And this is the vampire character. Or this is the original kind of character design sketch that he did for it. And he had it on there. It was cheap or it was very reasonably priced. And I'm like, you know what? I could have a sketched vampire like just hanging out. Some of this stuff is probably going to go in my kids' room. Like, figure the TMNT should probably go in their room. That being said, I don't know if where I have them staying right now when they're with me. I don't know if the person who also lives there will agree with all of it, but yeah, man, I got art out the wazoo. Oh, thank you. Nice, nice. Yeah, no, that's just fine, man. And as soon as you have some of that figured out, you're starting to make progress. I'd be happy to have you on the stream. We could talk about what you're working on, and I could give my opinion on like what you have so far, if you're ever up for something like that. And yeah, yeah, just an idea, man. Just shoot me a DM if you ever have an inclination for something like that. I'll be doing an author interview with MD Boncher here soon because I'm reading his as of yet unreleased third book in his series. Let me remind myself what it's called. I have a lot of trouble remembering what it's called. Let's see. Where'd it go? Here it is. The Waking Nightmares. That's what it's called. Third book in his series, his little sci-fi series there. It's a fun book so far. I'm looking forward to having a conversation with him on stream and talking about old sci-fi things that inspired us and what led him to write the style of sci-fi and the style of fantasy that he writes because they're very, very different. Sweet dude, it's a good time. But yeah, no, his Christian he has a Christian fantasy series with a very challenging to pronounce name, so I'm not going to embarrass myself by attempting. And then he has his a sci-fi series, and based on conversations with him and little snippets that I've read of the his fantasy series, his the the writing style in each is quite different. And I'm interested to talk to him about that and see what he thinks about that because a lot of authors will primarily stick to kind of one writing style and they'll try to hone their craft in that one dimension as far as they can. But then you have people like Boncher and a few others out there, mainstream Iron Age and otherwise, who want to branch out and try different things and see if they can further their success through multiple venues. And so, yeah, he and I we'll have a lot to talk about. I look forward to having that interview with him. Alas, um, any other questions by anyone? I'm happy to answer. I'll be hopping off here in a little bit. Still trying to clean up and figure out everything in here. I gotta order a couple parts off of Amazon that I still need. I have my second monitor, but unfortunately the power source is missing from it, so I haven't been able to utilize it yet. It would make streaming quite a bit easier to have it. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I like working on different things too. Problem is I've been so busy with kids and work and life has been really challenging me in the creative department recently just because I haven't been able to give it enough time recently. It's like I wake up 5 or 6 in the morning, go to work, come home. It's like 4 to 6 o'clock. Then I'm with the kids, sometimes by myself, but occasionally with help until about 8 or 9. And then anything I want to do after that has to be done after that. And so my creative works have been falling by the wayside a bit recently, unfortunately. But yeah. Hello? There we go. Oh, it cut out for a second. That's weird. Alas. So I'm going to be trying to do some more of these writing streams. I have an idea for a very specific prompt kind of writing stream that I'm getting a few people on board with. In fact, I'll just spitball this idea here while I'm on stream. My idea is to take a band that I discovered in the last year or so that has slowly become one of my favorite bands of all time. I'm going to take all of their songs, put the name of each song like in a kind of glass jar, or like I'll just do it on the on an app here on the computer. If I don't do that, and me and 2 to 4 other people are going to like we'll randomly select the name of one of the songs. We'll each individually listen to it, and we can take anything from the music video to the lyrics to the name of the song to the way it made us feel and use that as a prompt for a short story. And that's my idea for this December live kind of writing live stream that we'll be doing. Now, unfortunately, because of how copyright works, I probably won't be able to play that music here on stream, at least not for more than 15 seconds at a time. But that's the idea, and I'm excited to see the results of that. Yeah, man. If anyone wants to join, I don't have the whole roster filled out yet. So if anyone is interested in doing something like that, just message me on the Gilded or on Twitter at the Ultimate Kahuna. Alas, I think that's it for this stream. I'll be signing off here. I appreciate anyone who popped in and was able to stick around. I'll go back through the list. Animation Overload. I've seen some of your videos. Sybil, tremendous writer. Swift Sword Rush. He moderates for IronAge.media, the YouTube and the site a little bit, and he's quite the writer himself. We had the Herman the Hedge Hunter, who has written 2 of the books here on this shelf. He's a tremendous writer, great guy to have around. Someone I don't know actually, Julie Ann Nally or Naley. Thanks for popping on. I appreciate it. Earlier we had Pritchard Pub and Catherine Pritchard. Great couple, wonderful people. And so yeah, those are most of the people who were able to hop on. And I appreciate anyone who was willing to come to this pretty much unannounced live stream. Alas, it's time.
All right, I've had you for an hour and 50 minutes and 59 seconds. My name is the Ultimate Kahuna, and I'm going to leave you out with a woo. Prep the soundboard. Baby! See you next time.